Hi, this is Krista at the Secret Yarnery. Welcome to crochet class number 9. Today I'm going to show you how to weave in your ends. So I'll be showing you how to sew in your tails or weave in your ends in both like a solid crochet piece and also if it is a more lacy design. There are two types of needles you can use. One is a blunt tip and the other is a sharp tip. I prefer using a sharp tip. These are chenille number 14 needles. There's also a link to them down below. Your tails don't come out because it goes right through the fibers, but whatever needle you have, it works the exact same way. And just to make sure you've left a long enough tail, you want it to at least be twice the height of your needle. So go ahead and thread that tail. And we want to get away from the edges of our work. We don't want to be sewing our tails in right along the edge. So I'm just going to poke my needle straight down through that stitch, using my finger on the other side to make sure I don't feel my needle, that it's going through the middle of that stitch. And pull it down, give it a little stretch. We don't want it to be super tight. And now I'm going to work over a little bit, just into more of the middle of my work, making sure I'm not pulling too tight. And now in along this stitch here, or somewhere where there's a couple stitches, I'm going to go back and forth 3 times. So away from the edges and then back and forth, making sure you go back in through a different stitch so that your yarn is held on each end. And if you're working with a tail that's too short, you can use the eye of your needle. So just work that back into a different spot. You don't always have to use the pointy bit, and that will save you if you have a really short tail. Just like that. So now we can just cut off that tail, and it's finished. Just sew in your tails when you have more stitches to work into. Go ahead and thread your needle, and you want to match your tail color to the stitches you're working into. This has a nice corner here, so I can just work back and forth underneath those stitches. You really want to look for the spot that has the most stitches of the same color, and then just work that tail back and forth 3 times, making sure you go into a different spot each time, so it's held on both ends. And one last time, all the way out. And now you can cut off that tail. So that is the trick for sewing in your ends. So I hope you enjoyed this class as much as I did. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that button down below and the notification bell beside that. And I can't wait to see you in the next class. Stay hooked.